I would like to quickly show you how we can make a multiple object collision that also involves a spring. So we're going to go about the usual. We're going to sketch our box, and we're also going to sketch another box somewhere here. And since we are the same scale, these two boxes should have the same mass. We're going to check this later. And here's a third box. So as you can see, this box has a mass point to 250 grams. This one should be also the same. That one should be also 250 grams. Let's make it, let's assign friction 0 across the board for all objects. Friction 0 and 0, and the same for the our horizontal surface. This is already 0. Let's also assign restitution 1. Restitution 1. And sometimes when you click fast, it will assign the same value as the previous value. So we're set. Now we're going to attach a spring between these two guys, right? And this is by default a natural, the relaxed, if you will, length of the spring, the equilibrium length of the string. The spring is supposed to be ideal, and this is how SimFi is treating the springs when created. And as a final touch, we're going to assign some speeds to this guy. Right click, edit, and we go to properties, and let's say 5 meters per second to the left, so this is indicated by the negative value. One last thing, but I want to make this collision between this guy as this is moving with this box a plastic collision. So the trick here is to right click, edit, go to properties, and you see where it says sticky, and you're gonna click sticky, save, and the same thing with this object. We're going to go to properties and click sticky, and we should be ready to go. Now we can assign all sorts of plots. We can assign a plot for this box, and say you would like to observe the speed. I mean, the x velocity or speed, it's one-dimensional problem anyway, right? So let's make this a little bit bigger, and we're ready to run our simulation. It is always advisable to go here where it says snapshots, and take a snapshot. This is it saves essentially the current simulation. All the controllers and the settings, and we're ready to click, and we're gonna see, whoops, well, that was a little bit funky. So let's try to do a little bit slower. Maybe we'll try -2. Let's see how this is gonna play out. There is no friction here, therefore it should not be well, one thing we could try in order to avoid this is, I think if you click here and make the restitution 0, I think that should be very helpful. So you make the restitution 0 to this guy, and the same for this guy. We should not, I expect that we shouldn't have this sort of bump. Let's see. Yeah, it's much better. So we have this behavior, and it should be a very interesting process to see, because we have all sorts of phenomena, processes going on, conservation of momentum, and the system becomes a 2 box with another box connected by a spring.